Brings a
And what
whole
was
new
across the
concept to
street.
the Dungeons and Dragons torture dungeon.
Oh my god!
Slightly different, yeah.
Alright, anyway. So last time you guys were still traveling
we
for a
probably
little...
went live right as I said that, didn't we?
Probably. You were you still been traveling along from Aquarian on your way to Doncaster. And you had a few conversations and what else did you end up running into a traveler on the road that turned into a wolf when they got startled? As they got startled. And had discovered that they apparently also woke up in the same, supposedly in the same tomb that you did, judging by what they described, and the mark that they had on their wrist. I'm gonna remember their pronouns. And they didn't really want to have anything to do with it. They just wanted to live their lives. Lyra / Emily, Natalie. Wow, I almost used her name. Oops. I had a vague recognition of their last name ish. They decided to travel with you at least to Doncaster, so they could find somewhere else to go. And they'll say we're picking up as you're settling down for the evening. That evening, is there anything you guys want to discuss? Yeah, you are. Is there anything you want to discuss for the evening, or do you want to just move on to the next day?
I think we got everything last time.
Yeah.
Alright.
Lyra is keeping her hood up because she realized she's not going to be able to keep up
Oh, yeah.
this guy's self the entire time.
Fair. So the next day, someone roll me a d20 for your next day's travel.
Whose turn is it?
Not mine.
Fine.
Especially after what happened last Sunday. Not mine.
Alright, so as you're kind of starting to get packed up and ready to get on the road for the day, you
Josh, you're still echoing, Care.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Super weird. I'll go on a rant about that later. It's really weird. But, yeah, I can drop it more.
And as you're packing, you realize the clouds are really starting to roll in. And anyone can make me a nature check. Oh no, survival. I take survival. Survival or nature.
Oh.
I'd say a 17 and a 15. It looks like this is gonna be a pretty big storm.
And we've had awful weather this entire time.
Maybe it's caused by a griffin.
There's not many griffins. There's not many griffins out here, and griffins control the weather.
No, it's not my fault. Almost like somebody rolled really bad dice and we came up on the short end.
I don't understand what do griffins do.
How meta.
I think it's just random chance, to be honest, you know?
You know, like 1 in 20 chance that this happens. Maybe 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Depending on how the gods' table looks.
It's a new table. Sorry.
Someone roll me a D. Actually, no, yeah, I'll let you guys roll it. Someone roll me a D4.
Oh, crap.
Wow. Crom with the big mouth. Roll the D4.
Nope.
Come on,
I'm
do
not
it.
rolling.
Fine. 4.
I'll be right back real quick.
Okay.
You rolled a
So-
dragon in my last game.
As you're traveling along, kind of sheltering yourself from the wind and rain, it's kind of hammering down on you pretty good. I'd like everyone to make me a perception check. Hold on, I just gotta check something. Perception check at disadvantage.
That's control.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Doesn't matter
Nice scale.
when you roll 2 twos.
So, you rolled 2 2s, Gale rolled 2 16s.
I'll just wait till actually I can go into Josh's sheet and roll.
Powers of being a DM.
Yeah.
Switch to the fuzzy dice.
Switch to the fuzzy dice. I just realized you didn't get to do your
No, I haven't done any of my warm-up rolls.
but that's a disadvantage. So we'll say your friend and Gale, you see it squinting through the rain before either Quentin or Lyra see it. Oh, I didn't roll for. Hold on, give me a second.
Gotta roll for Zem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They didn't roll well.
They did roll 69 though.
Yeah, right? Nice. So, yeah, Verath, your friend, and Gale, you see it before anyone else does. Everyone else is kind of busy sheltering from the rain. Elias just looks miserable and soaking wet. Kind of like the idea of soaking wet dog. Similar to you, they're not in their form. But Gale and your friend, you see up ahead you're kind of squinting a little bit, and you see something on the side of the road. It's kind of large, not really moving. Kind of looks like a cart or a wagon. Kind of
like ours?
Poser, it's a mimic.
But it's probably a similar size. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of looks like it might be listed to the side a little bit, but it's kind of off to the side of the road, and that's what you see right now. You're a little bit distance out, but you see it. You can tell it looks like a wagon.
Everyone, hark! Look, another wagon.
Oh, great. This is where
We
I gotta
could-
do my thing. Okay, everybody, wait here.
No. We could conjoin it. Don't destroy it. You're always going.
Wait. Let me go check it out first.
You're always destroying the wagon. Why do you do this?
I don't destroy nothing. I just look.
I'm predicting the future that you always do.
Okay. Well, when the future gets here, we'll talk about that.
Well, I'm already upset.
Okay. We'll have a much bigger talk about it when the future gets here, though.
Okay, I appreciate that.
No problem. I'm here for you and your troubles, my friend.
I can feel you there, beside me, and when you leave.
And I will stealth while he's talking to me.
So you're walking, I take it, because there's very strong winds right now.
Trees or whatever, and
There's-
make my way along the ground. Yeah, that was
Okay.
the plan.
Okay. 15. So yeah, you kind of stealth your way over and get a little closer. I'm assuming your guys'
How
wagon
does
is
your
still.
friend talk to my empty space?
He as you walk farther away, he lowers his voice, but he keeps talking as if you're there. and now it gets kind of.
Your friend, your passive perception, you definitely still see Quentin sneaking off. He's not being very. It's a fairly open road. There's maybe a few bushes here and there, but you see him.
He's
trying
murmuring, almost like praying out now, with his eyes directly beating on him.
But Quentin, you managed to kind of stealth over to the wagon, and as you get closer you realize it's a wagon and it's listing pretty heavily to one side. You can kind of like get behind like I will say there's a bit of a bush nearby, and as you get closer you hear roll a perception check at disadvantage again because it's heavy rain sounds and stuff. Yeah, 14's enough. You start kind of strain your hearing over the sounds of the rain, and you hear what sounds like some sort of cursing. In you only speak what, Sylvan and Common?
Thieves can't. But
Oh, and thieves can't. In a language you're not entirely familiar with, but you hear cursing coming from the other side of we'll say front right side of the wagon. If it's the wagon's facing the direction you are traveling, kind of like kitty corner if you're at the back left of the wagon. You can hear cursing coming from that direction, and the direction that the wagon's listing.
How far back is our wagon?
I'd say probably 50 feet. Not too
nice.
far, but far enough. Well, I'll say 60.
I was hoping further, but yeah, that'll do. I just break out the old message stick. Yo, somebody broke their wagon. They don't sound happy.
Somebody.
Oh yeah, you can reply to my message.
What do you want us to do about that?
I'm just letting you know. You want to come up, you guys figure out if you want me to come back or come up. You can reply to my message.
They're like dangerous? Do we have to help them? Like,
Can't tell, haven't gotten that close.
okay, fair enough. Gale will tell Lyra to stay put and climb off the wagon and approach.
Alright.
Lyra, or Stress, where are you going?
There's
Yeah, like every other
very
thing but
found
Gale.
something.
Everything but Gale.
Wow, my brain fucking exploded. Sorry.
What was that?
There's someone in the cart up ahead. Kind of sounds like an ambush to me.
Quentin broke the cart?
Yeah, he did.
I knew this would happen.
He feels suddenly a sharp stabbing pain in his back and doesn't know where it came from.
Well, should I come? Should I stay with just Lyra?
I mean, you've got a bow, so maybe stay with Lyra for now.
Aye, aye. And she'll repair my bow when I break it.
Yep.
Okay, so who's approaching? Just Gale?
Okay,
or-
that's-
Miserably underneath her cloak, like shivering wet.
Okay, so Gale, as you approach, you do notice the rain's kind of pattering down across your armor. You just see it's just looks like some sort of maybe a merchant's wagon. It looks like there might be some sort of goods of some sort in the back of it, and it's definitely heavily listing to the side, just off the side, like in the quote-unquote ditch of the side of the road. And as you're approaching, you see a older human man dressed rather simply, with
When
brown.
she gets up beside me, I whisper to her, "You stay in the road. I'll try to get off to the side and get close."
She hasn't even gotten that close, because as she's approaching, she sees this human man, older human man, very simply dressed, brown hair, really scraggly beard. He's got a really large, floppy, wide-brimmed hat. And he comes around the corner of the wagon and sees you, because you're not trying to hide. and says, "Ah, you there!" Kind of shouting over the rain. Any chance you can help me help repair a wagon wheel? I could be entirely in your debt. I'm sure I could trade up something.
I mean,
Walking toward you.
I don't have a ton of experience with it, but if it's... What exactly happened here?
I
We're a
just
fair bit off the road.
I just ran over a rather large rock. By now you actually see like there's a bit of a larger rock on kind of the middle-ish / the right-hand side of the road that looks like a little jagged that the car could have run over. Yeah, I ran over a really large rock and kind of broke the wheel. It's not really going anywhere fast.
And you are alone in this cart? Or just, what,
Yeah,
traveling up from one of
yeah,
the cities?
I'm just traveling to cities, looking to sell my wares. I'm a
There and
tinkerer, you see.
so...
Tinkerer, minor enchanter. No, not really enchanter. Tinkerer, collector of fine things. He's standing right next to you, we'll say. Right now.
Has he
Okay.
gone past me?
I'd say they're like probably level with you by now. Actually, come to think of it. I think I stats for something like this. What would fit this? I'll call this guy a farmer. Oh yeah. As he finishes talking and he kind of glances around at you and looks at you and says, "Ah, you're an interesting little creature. Don't see many of your kind around here."
No, not normally.
Well, I hope you're enjoying these fine lands.
Says in the middle of a rainstorm.
You're kind of yelling over it. I'm just
Rain
not gonna
great.
yell into the mic and kill your eardrums.
Really, Quentin. Does a little facepalm.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you and says, "Oh,
Anything today.
would you either of you be able to assist me?" And kind of looks past at the. Oh, do you have? Oh, you have your own wagon. Would you possibly have means to help me repair this wheel at least so I can get to the capital and repair it properly?
Start walking forward.
Lyra, unknowing this conversation is
mumbling about how
happening.
terrible my hiding is today. I just start walking right towards the wagon to see what the wheel looks like.
So you kind of walk around, and you could probably walk right underneath the wagon, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're like 2 feet
That's what I
tall.
figured.
And you get around, and it looks like looks like the rock must have jabbed up into the wheel and kind of bent we'll say it's like a metal ring around the wooden wheel, and kind of bent it in slightly so that the wood's kind of cracked and broken, and it's kind of dented in, and it's not really gonna go anywhere without some sort of way to just make it more round again, magically or otherwise.
Pull out my little talkie stick. Gail, you
What?
don't need a call for Lyra. It just needs a quick mending spell, probably.
I mean, yeah. Suppose that'll work. And I can just go fetch her.
Well, I wasn't gonna call for her until after you said it was okay, because if I called early, you'd yell at me.
Yeah, that's true. And she'll spin around on her feet and head back to the wagon.
That was just the most legit. Yeah, that's.
She's walking
You're
away.
right.
As she's walking away, I'll recast the message. Lyra, we kind of need you up here to do a sending, yeah, you know what I mean, mending spell.
Yep. She's like, okay.
So,
Gail's
up.
coming for you.
so are you moving the wagon
Dumps out, you know,
forwards?
the water that's full on her cloak.
Are you moving? Are you moving the wagon forwards? Or are you just walking up?
She'll probably just be walking up.
Okay, fair. So you walk up, kind of wrapped up in your cloak, and you see this old man, and he says, "Ah, a friend of yours." Looking at you, Gail, as I'm assuming you walk back too.
Yeah.
Uh,
This reply.
are you able to fix my wheel? I mean, truly grateful. I'm sure I could scrounge up something to repay you for your assistance.
I mean, I could give it a try. I've never repaired a wagon wheel before. But she goes and crawls towards the gets down low to go look at the wheel and sees and tries to see if she can cast mending on like little parts of it to fix the splintered wood, bring it back to shape.
Yeah, I think like with a little maneuvering and maybe with Gail's help to kind of hold some stuff in a certain shape you want, you can cast mending a couple times and miraculously you have a perfectly fixed wheel.
That whole time is the wagon driver being entertained by them.
I will say, yeah, he's watching curiously, while also like from around because he's around the back of the wagon. He's like looks like he's checking his goods.
Yeah.
But he's very interested in watching how they're doing this, because it's magically.
I will go up onto the bench at the front of the wagon and try to do a little check around to make sure this guy is truly by himself, if there's any signs that he was with someone else.
Okay, roll an
If there's any
investigation
signs
check.
that somebody was here and has been stabbed and bloodied all over the place.
Roll an what have I done to you? Jesus.
I'm still convinced it's a mimic.
Apparently, you very carefully kind of crawl up on the bench, and it's easy enough for you in the rainstorm at your size and with him being kind of distracted not to see you. I'm not gonna have you roll stealth. Now you kind of start going through the cargo because it's a bit of a covered wagon, a loosely covered wagon from the front, and kind of going through it, and no, you're very sure that it's just looks like a bunch of some sort of goods that he is obviously trying to sell. Like you see, looks like small jewelry boxes and like footwear or like some sort of armors. Well, it's more boots, footwear, that sort of stuff, hats. Stuff like that.
Something that screams cultist leader or mass murderer. No body parts in jars.
No body parts, no, nothing like that. Pretty simple wagon. Like the goods that you do, I'll say with the natural 20, the goods that you, as you kind of go through them, may open a couple of jewelry boxes. There's a decent amount of jewelry boxes and stuff. The goods look really fine, really well made.
Really well made, expensive looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's up here without a guard. Sus.
Maybe
Which is the temptation
maybe he
to
doesn't
steal.
run into too many issues.
Have you seen how we've been rolling the past week?
That's
What do you mean,
fair.
no issues?
Do you resist there, Reenie?
Yeah, I resisted the temptation to steal. Give myself a flat DC 10.
That's fair. That's fair. I've done that. I've made my own rolls before. I feel that. So as Lyra and Gale finish up, and he kind of looks, you're finished. Comes around to look and goes, oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. It's much better. I won't even have to worry about getting it fixed in Doncaster. Just kind of inspecting the wheel. There's gotta be something I can do to repay you for this.
Sitting inside the wagon now, out of the rain.
Come with me. Come with me. Come to the back of the wagon. Maybe I can find something. You follow him?
I go through the inside of the wagon to the back, so when he opens it up, I'll be sitting there.
There. So like he gets around and like opens goes, oh, hello.
Just staying dry.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm small. People barely ever notice me.
Do the other two of you follow him?
Yeah.
And your friend, are you still staying back with the wagon, or have you just kind of moved it up?
He looked very confused just Lyra started walking, and he just kept staring at Quentin, and yeah, he's sitting there.
Okay,
He's just
fair.
there. He's like definitely back there, like trying to comment on what he can tell is going on, but he has no idea, and he wasn't.
That's fair.
Am I cutting in and out?
A
By the
little,
way,
A little.
a little bit.
A little, but you're
God
okay.
damn it. Okay.
So he sees you walking up and sees you coming in, just starts pulling a few boxes and a sack and pair of what looks like sandals, kind of or like open-toed boots towards him, and says, you guys look like the adventuring sort.
I'll send a message bell back to your friends. Come on up, brother. They were good. And I didn't break the wagon. It was broke when I got here.
Ah, but you did it from the future. I knew you would do this, Quentin.
Hang my head in facepalm. Glad
So-
that only I can hear this, and whoever is, whatever that other guy's name, or the other person's name.
Elias.
Elias.
He begins guiding the cart up.
Okay, so
Our
you.
friend didn't stay with us.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it down the hill?
they are. They're in the back of the wagon, just trying to stay dry and failing. So this older man, is just kind of going through and opening boxes and looking at them. Like, yeah, maybe this, maybe this. I'm not sure what you might need, but I've got it kind of opens up a selection of. There looks like 8 jewelry boxes that each have a different ring in them, and he pulls forward a set of open-toed boots, kind of like almost like sandal-ish, but still boots. And says, perhaps one of these would fetch your. You could honestly save my business. I've got a shipment I'm picking up in Doncaster anyway. Very much willing to part with some of these. I'm not sure if they'll actually fetch me a price. First he picks up what looks like a golden band with two clasped hands, and he kind of holds it up and says, "This little ring or this gem will allow you to create these kind of arcane hands, and various power levels, and you have the potential to hold a creature still for a time, once a day." And he kind of pulls forward picks up another box with a ring. And it's kind of a rusty doll band. He says, don't. Looks can be deceiving. This band will allow you to do significantly more damage against creatures that are stronger than you. Pulls forward a rather ornate dark iron band engraved with kind of goblets and utensils around it. As you look at it, this will allow you to heal a bit when you eat. And pulls forward a shiny gold band engraved with images of money and gemstones. This one, I don't know your financial situation, but the more gold you have, the more damage you'll do. Pulls forward, it looks like a metallic pink band with little gender symbols of all sorts engraved around it. And says, this will make you significantly more charming towards people that you find of a gender you find attractive.
All of a sudden, I cast Mage Hand
Uh-huh.
silently. Do you want me to do a sleight of hand?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
And
I send the mage hand to pick that one up, right in front of him. Not the hand is invisible, but the ring will float up out of his palm.
Which one? The pink band?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it? That's good. There's a few others just in case. He picks up a platinum band with the word. As you kind of look at it, it takes a few rotations for some of you, but you see the word success is engraved in it in multiple languages. It's kind of a fun little one. It'll allow you to instigate a duel with anyone you want with a thought. Picks up a polished bronze band.
And puts down the pink one, runs over, smacks Scale on the back. That's yours, Scale.
Picks up a polished bronze band. This will bolster you a little bit after taking a rest. Kind of help you feel a little even better after you rest. Picks up a red tinted steel band engraved with swords, and it says, this will allow you to do damage to anyone around you instantly with a thought. And then he pulls towards and finally and the last option, yes, please. He pulls towards these, looks like very simple open-toed boots with what looks like 10 small little charms of various types. Little like scarabs and what else would there be? Lightning bolts, just little charms, kind of like you would find on a charm bracelet hanging off of it, and says these allow you to move through areas of sand and dust. So I guess these are more helpful in somewhere like Stony Hill, I guess. A little easier, and you can tolerate walking for longer, and arid weather is not a problem. And food and water will be less important.
But sir, I must ask, why are you giving us gifts when our friend destroyed your wagon?
Well, your friend did not destroy my wagon. Your friends restored it. This wagon is my livelihood.
Yes, just Lyra did, because she's a good person. But my other friend...
He's convinced that I broke your wagon in the future.
I see.
He did.
I give him a raised eyebrow, kind of cocked head to the person who is we have not identified a name for yet.
I haven't asked.
I know. Don't ask. It's complicated.
Bit of a story.
I like to reward helpful people.
Are you secretly a god? I feel
no, not as far as I'm aware.
He narrows his eyes. He's trying to analyze if the man's a god.
I'd say even with your passive insight and your perception, he doesn't look like a god. It looks like a regular old guy.
The most
Forgive me,
humble
sir.
god.
I waited too long to say this. My name is Quentin. What is yours?
He's like, the name is Jefferson.
I'm sorry. I should have. I should have introduced myself earlier so you could give us your name. It's a terrible habit of mine.
It's, pleasure, Quentin. My name is Jefferson.
Oh, Miss Jefferson.
Just Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Pleasure to meet you, Jefferson. I would like to discuss purchasing something from you. That pink ring. How much would you charge me for?
I mean, yeah, I guess it could greatly reduce cost, of course. Oh, that ring? Oh, 100 gold? It's...
Done.
Alright, I'm going to add some to your sheet. And, I'm going to say when you read part of it, actually, I don't know if you'll see it. I'll see you in a second. You won't know the full effects of actually what it does mechanically until you attune to it.
Yeah.
Give me a second. You said the pink
Renee
one.
just figures that he loves everybody. So I mean, heck, this is gives charisma to anything he loves. Okay, let's go with this.
I was gonna say the metallic pink one, right?
Yeah, I think that was the one, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what you said, yeah. Okay, I added it. No spoilers.
Spoiling anything.
And he looks at the rest of you. Is anything else interests you guys? A greatly discounted price for helping me repair my livelihood. As he takes the gold from Quentin.
It's Lyra, Gale, you have first picks. Which is after, or actually it is first because Quentin went already in the future but the past. So you do go first.
Okay, disregarding everything he just said, because I didn't understand a
Lyra
word
just
of it.
blinks.
It's even
Is
like
there...
wow, that was more than I can even figure out what he said.
He just nods.
I can usually make sense of what he's saying.
The older man just kind of like tilts his head to the side and chuckles a little bit.
Is there anything you'd like, Lyra? Anything interesting?
You pick first. I'm still looking.
What was the one that let you do damage to everyone around you, or the one that let you compel a duel, or compel someone to come fight?
The damage to anyone around you was a red tinted steel band, and the other one, the dual one, was a platinum one with the word success in multiple languages. Including ancient Shellerin, actually.
Well,
Because why not?
how much for this one?
Which one is that?
Yeah, the platinum.
He kind of looks at that. Ah, exquisite piece. Oh, for that one, I'd have to go. $120 gold.
Is that the dueling band?
Yeah.
Blue band.
I got 20 towards it if you need it.
No, I can pay. It's just,
Just saying.
more than I earned in like 3 years as a knight.
That's why I'm offering.
Greatly reduced
It
price.
screams your name, Gale.
It does.
It does match my color aesthetic.
That's very
You
important for
are the
branding.
very embodiment of success.
I don't know about that last bit, but
But you,
sure.
you died in your
101.
back. That's pretty successful.
Okay, so he
I was
takes.
going to elbow
Okay, you hand him the gold.
before he can finish it. Yeah, I'll hand him 120.
Okay, he takes the gold and hands you the ring, and I'm going to add it to your inventory. Same rule. Just because this is going to be fun.
Once you, just to give you a mechanics thing, once she adds it, you'll have to hit refresh.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay, you can refresh. And also, anyway. He turns to you, Gale, and your friend, and says, anything you would like?
Just Lyra? Do you want to pick, or should I go?
You go.
All right. What will you give me for 3 gold?
Kind of like eyes you. Nothing for 3.
Right. You've pushed me to the limit. 4 gold.
No, look, I will. Unfortunately, I cannot go any. Even with this great discount for your friend's assistance, I can't go any lower than 100 gold for any of these
Double
items.
face palm.
I will give you 3 gold for your best joke.
I don't know any jokes.
Then I am broke. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the offer.
Well, fly over, plop down on your shoulder, and lean into your ear. Are you really broke, or do you just not feel like spending any money?
He opens his coin purse and shows those magnificently shiny 4 gold pieces.
Oh no.
Pick one. It's on me, buddy.
Oh,
Oh, he's got
We'll get
100.
you
What do you
something,
have
buddy.
available for 100?
if it's if you're buying you, then it's a gift you have to choose for me.
Oh Lord. I forgot what all the other rings do after.
Yeah, there were
I
a lot of
know.
Okay,
Let's be honest here. I'm just not. My mind went. Ooh.
Okay,
I want that.
there is the golden band with 2 clasped hands that lets you create arcane hands of various power and the potential to hold a creature. There is a rusty and dull band that allows you to do more damage to stronger than you creatures. There's an ornate dark iron band engraved with goblets and utensils that allows you to heal a bit when you eat. There is a shiny golden band with engraved images of money and gemstones, and the more gold you have, the more damage you do.
I should have
really
picked
not
the
putting in
food
that
with my
one.
unlimited food supply right now.
And there's a polished bronze band that bolsters you after a rest, and a red tinted steel band engraved with swords that allows you to do damage to everyone around you instantly with a thought.
He's not getting that one.
Oh, you know me too
Oh, and the boots,
And
of
the
course,
sandals.
and of course there's the
Booty
boots.
sandals.
He kind of like holds the ring with clasped hands, and then maybe not this one, and puts it to the side.
so many are off.
Food one. Can we do the food one for 100?
I can do that one for 100, yes.
He'll take the food one for 100. Happy on birthday.
Wow.
Alright.
I forgive you for all 300 carts you'll break in your life.
What?
I love your friend. So again, you won't know actually what it does until you attune to it, but
Okay,
Adding.
okay.
it's gonna be fun. Okay, you can refresh.
Thank you.
You're up.
Lyra will just shake her head a little bit, not knowing, and go, much for the one for everyone that's stronger than you?
It would be everybody in Lyra's condition.
The one that you do more damage to people than stronger than you.
Yep.
Rusty and dull band. He's like 100 gold would suffice for that one.
We all got matching rings now.
You
They're
want-
not matching, but we all got rings.
It's like we're
Sure
part of a
did.
band.
Okay, I'm
Ring?
adding it.
Band? We're the band.
Like a curse.
Okay, you can refresh.
All right.
And he calls out to. Actually, he probably can't see yet. Elias, I ducked down in the wagon. And, thank you so much. I better get back on the road and safe travels in this weather. And he kind of walks over to the front of his cart, and after kind of closing up the back of the wagon, and gets on and starts traveling down the road.
Don't die, sir. It was a pleasure.
So is there anything else you guys want to do for the rest of the journey? I'll say you can if you want to tune to those rings sometime throughout the day and you're traveling. So whoever is not steering the wagon, you can take turns if you'd
Absolutely.
like. Is there anything you want to talk about or do on the rest of the journey?
Are we the band? That's our name of our group, the band, right?
We get the marked band.
The marked band. That's pretty good. The band of the marked. We could play
Band of the band?
the band of the band. The marked band of the band.
And be.
We need someone to join the band named Mark.
Somebody, forgive the old man who can't remember anything. What do our marks look like?
I believe. Give me a.
They have lines.
Are they in the handouts?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I
didn't
actually
see that.
did.
I think
No.
you like drew it one time. Like,
Oh, that's
on
what it
the,
was. Yeah, give me a second. I will go to the map. It's on.
Good memory. Yeah, you're totally right.
Oh no, I already deleted that. Give me a second. I will post it in the I'll post it in the regular chat because it's gonna be on the map. Go here.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I was just thinking if there's something that stands out in the actual image, we could use that as our band name.
Oh, now it's gonna not responding my window. Give me a second. It likes to just freeze randomly for me. I don't know. Come on. Thank you. This one? Yes, it's this one. It's the symbol on the floor here.
Ah, yes, that one.
Kind of like an ankh with two crescent moons that are facing the backside of it towards the ankh. Excuse me.
Ooh, we could be the Onks. And pretend that it's a tattoo we've all gotten.
That's a
And then when
terrible
somebody says,
name.
oh, it is. I'm like, oh, well, no, it's something cool that we liked.
It's a terrible name because it makes too much sense.
There is that problem to it. We'll shelve it for now.
Fair.
The Onky Onky Hearts. Yes? Sounds like it's a winner.
Anyway, let's continue our travels down the road.
Alright, so as I easily get a night's rest, and you can be all attuned to the rings if you'd like. Can somebody roll?
Did you see my message, by the way?
Oh, I didn't actually read it. I clicked it and didn't read it. No, that just means that it won't really matter. That's the whole point of it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I was just gonna say, I mean, we could go like by the individual.
Well, yeah, we can go by the individual. We'll see how it goes as we play it. So someone roll me a d20 for the next day's travel.
I can do it.
Oh, actually, that reminds me, I should move your thing up a little bit. You're getting a lot closer.
This is the goddamn rock slide again.
We're in the plains now, so we shouldn't be in a rock slide, hopefully.
So they're
As long as
dangerous.
the wind is stopped.
As you're...
Grass fire.
Oh, shit. Should check something here. As you're, traveling along... Give me a second. You're kind of... traveling along the road, you're kind of getting into... It's more... a little more hilly terrain. Kind of like foothills type of situation. And, I need to remove all those. As you're traveling along, oh, whoops, sorry, I closed my roll 20.
Oops.
Oopsies.
I actually hit a button on the side of my mouse that did it.
Quick question.
Hmm.
Last time you said we weren't counting food, or at least like
Nah,
ration.
I'm not worrying about it. I'm gonna say, like, you probably have enough. That's too nitpicky in my opinion.
Yeah, that's cool. I just wanted to double check.
I'll just assume that, like, you technically bought enough for your journey or got enough somehow.
Yeah,
They gave us a bunch.
Yeah,
yeah, makes sense.
basically. As you're, traveling along, I need everyone, it's kind of we'll say it's a little bit of a dreary day, because it's like day after a big storm, but it's not raining anymore. Oops, I guess I should change the music, shouldn't I? No. Oh, lovely. It's just gonna play stormy music now. Give me a second. I think
It never stops raining now.
there we go.
Raining forever.
Sorry, I gotta find the right music that'll work. We'll go. Why not? This works. As you're traveling along, I need everyone to make perception checks for me. Oh boy.
I can safely assume that Gale is not perceiving anything.
Neither is Lyra.
You're probably busy
They're talking about
chatting.
their new rings.
Probably.
The Goliath, he's eating jerky, and he's making it different colors before he eats it.
Give me a second, I gotta roll something here. As you're traveling, can I get a, where are you seated in the cart? Or where is everyone sitting actually, hold on. Give me a second, I just gotta move slightly to a different layer. There we go.
Covered, right?
I'm working on it. There we go. Just place yourselves where you would be seated in the cart. Where am I? I'm blanking.
Oh, there we go.
Where I need my. No, I don't need anything. Oh boy. Okay. So I mean, you're kind of like peeking up over Gale's shoulder, and you just barely catch. Actually, you hear. I'd say you hear it first. You hear just a soft growling sound off to the up ahead a little bit and off to your right.
I'll stop the cart. Do you hear that?
Yes, you just spoke.
Oh, there's a critter out there somewhere. Somebody's grumpy and angry.
And it's not you.
No, I'm not
Or-
grumpy and angry. I don't
I think-
growl.
I think that was a joke. I liked it.
Oh, was that a joke?
It was a
joke.
joke.
I am so proud of you right now.
Yes, Lyra told a joke! He shouts out.
I tell lots of jokes.
Yeah, but they're
Okay,
usually not
okay.
very funny, and that one was actually kind of funny now that I think about it.
As you're having this
Okay.
conversation,
If
There's
there's something
something-
out there, let's not be yelling.
as you say
As funny as
that,
the joke was.
all of a sudden, you see a flash of fur and fangs leaping towards you. Give me a second, I gotta get on the right layer. Give me a second, I gotta roll. I'm gonna say you run where she gets advantage. Whoa, hello. Does a 22 hit you, Gale?
Yep, it would.
Okay, so as you see this flash of fur jumping towards you, you are suddenly knocked off of the wagon and prone, and you take 14 points of slashing damage, and as it knocks you down and gets on top of you, takes a bite at you. 20 hits you?
Yep.
$11 points, and you take 11 points of piercing damage that kind of bites into your shoulder.
So the first one was 15 and the second was 11.
Yes, I believe. Come on, would you just go to the back? No, 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 no. You know what? You know what? Fuck you. Map later for you. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. Whatever. The horse is there. I'm not gonna fight with it. And give me a second to get stuff up. But you can, when I say you can roll initiative. Okay, yeah, you can roll initiative.
Initiative. Oh.
Why is it not? Okay, come on. Show up in my tracker. Oh, yeah, you should reset your hit points there, Gail. You're not.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not coming up properly in my tracker here. It's annoying. I rolled a shitty initiative for them, but hey. You only see one. Actually, I'll say you see in the distance now. You can probably see the one getting ready to pounce. Come on. And oh shit, I gotta roll for Elias too. $21. Sorry, I just gotta add to my counter builder. We're gonna go off of this and go to battle music, cause yeah.
On.
Give me a second. I'm gonna say Elias is. Oh, where's my chat? Sorry, I gotta go another map and grab the button. Say Elias is like sitting right here. And we'll go a turn. What's your dex, Lyra?
16.
Okay, I think they might have higher dex than you, but give me a second. That's gonna stand for both of them. Just because it's easier. Fuck, stupid captures. Descending. Why is it? No! Fucking combat tracker, screw off!
Are these cats like the size of the cart, basically?
They're large size.
And geez,
Gigantic saber-toothed tigers.
Why
Fuck.
is it? Fuck's sakes! Fuck off, you piece of shit! It's not working properly.
Size.
I'm just trying to run the encounter. Restart it. Okay. 23. Sorry, I feel stupid right now.
No, it's fine. It's the program, not
Computer
you.
issue, not you.
Yeah.
Add one. And start. Give me a second. Would you say your dex is 16?
Yep.
Okay, well, still plus 3, but they have a dex. They have a dex of 17, so they'll go first. First up is Rini.
It's action.
Mm-hmm.
Disengage.
All right.
I'll flop back here a little bit. And then I'm going to use one of my arrows. and launching an entangle arrow
Okay.
at the back one.
Okay, you need to roll to hit. As well. Because you still have to roll to hit because it's an arrow. Okay, 14 does hit it. So roll damage on the arrow, and I will roll its strength save. Yes.
Oh, sorry. It'll be 10 points. Not 16.
Actually, I think.
Because I'm assuming he sees me.
Yeah. Say it actually fails, so it is I think I gotta put those back on there. I'm gonna say just for now, cause oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna delete that now. So actually no.
You want to put a square up or like you want me to trace a square there to represent the? Oh, there you go.
No.
Because that's dangerous terrain now.
Yeah.
Or difficult terrain.
Say it's restrained, I believe, correct? According to Entangle.
Oh, it didn't say. Let me double check myself. Actually, I'll print it out as soon as I can get to it.
So you can't.
Yeah, he's restrained.
Okay, I say yes, but actually it was break free. That's your action, bonus action, and I think that's it. So next up is Elias, and they will will they what will they do? You see what is it? Sorry, I gotta class NPCs, man. You see them, what is it, the transform section? They take their, short sword out, and they kind of draw it across the shoulder, and there's a little trickle of blood, and, as it lights up with kind of a bluish glow, as they activate their right, and they are going to just take us, kind of move over here and take a swing at this tiger with their short sword. Can't hit worth shit. And just can swing and miss. And that ends their turn. So Lyra, you're up.
Alright, Lyra will,
I just realized something.
he's going to, cast Shatter on Sabretooth number 2.
Okay, that is a what save?
I think it is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, we're gonna change dice. No, that's a fail.
Okay, so let me roll damage. Only 7.
So it kind of like growls and hisses. As it can't do anything right now. I think that's your action. Anything with your bonus action?
She's going to give inspiration to Gale.
Alrighty. What do you say for inspiration? As your shout out a word to.
She will be like, I'll tell you another good joke if you win this.
Gale will kind of sit up and spit out blood and be like, oh, I'm trying.
Your friend, you're up.
Alright, this guy, this big Goliath, he's just gonna jump right in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess that's as far as he can go. Okay, and then he's just gonna start slashing at that guy with his teleporting colorful rapier that always hits.
Hold on.
Always.
Hold on. 1 second, I just want to make sure
Oh,
you
it hit!
Remember that in the magical.
Okay, yeah, you can. Because technically you
He said, "I
can't.
didn't."
Because technically you can't actually go through here. You can't go through enemies. You'd have to go around Gale.
Oh, I thought I could go through Gale. My bad.
Well, I guess you can go through Gale, but you can make it anyway. But it looked like you went through the enemy, so I was checking. 24 hits.
Okay. So I did favor. I'm gonna favor foe this guy too.
Okay, so that's 10, 18, 22. It kind of growls and hisses as you hit it. I guess technically you would have had advantage because you're taking flanking if you want to fish for the natural 20.
You know what? I'll try for it. Let's see what happens. I did think about that. Yep. Nope. Ah!
It kind of growls and hisses at you. I think that's your turn, correct?
This is Quentin's wagon to wreck, not you. And that ends his turn. Yeah.
Gale, you're up. You are currently prone, with this thing kind of standing over you.
You do have inspiration, though.
Yeah, I do. So can I take half of my movement to stand up?
Yes, you can.
And do I get advantage because we're flanking?
You are not flanking with anyone currently. They would have to be like right here. Here.
Can I move over here so that I'm...
Actually, well, I'd say technically Elias and your friend are flanking. You can't really flank with both because they're the ones on the opposite sides. Someone else would have to be on the opposite side of you.
Can I move here to flank?
No. I'm gonna say only one person can flank with another. You can't have two people flanking the same person. It's a little much.
That's pretty fair. I've heard that rule a lot.
Cause it's like your friend's kind of taking up the flanking area, and they're more directly across from each other. So like,
well, I want to stay within 5 feet.
So technically, you can kind of run, scoot past your friend if you want, like through his space. You just can't end in his space. So you only have 15 feet of movement, though.
That's fine. I just need to get 10 feet closer so that I can do interception if needed.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm just going to take a long sword attack on buddy.
And you kind of swing, and the tiger kind of like pulls his paw and just hisses at you as you miss.
Okay, that'll be it.
Alrighty. And now it's the tiger's turn, and it's going to kind of looking at you and see the damage that your friend did. It's going to spin on your friend, and it's going to take a claw attack at you.
All right.
Does a 12 hit? I can't roll worth shit.
No, it does not.
Okay, and the other tiger is going...
It's okay, we can't roll either.
Other tiger is going to take its action. I think it's a strength check to break free. Yeah.
Well, that's a sad kitty somewhere.
Wait, this is really dumb. But with that first strike, can I say that Vera, he tries to cartwheel out of the way really sloppily, and if he does a bad job, the cat can have advantage?
No.
No.
Oh.
That's complicated. Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. No worries.
This one's just gonna try and break free of the. Was it DC 15 on the item, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Ah, god damn it! Roll in the box. Oh, 15 exactly. So it manages to break free. 40, and it's going to use its action to... Actually, it sees you hurting it more.
That was its action.
Oh yeah, it was its action. Sorry, it can only move this far. My bad. Forgot.
Yeah, his first movement would have been double till he got out of the space, and that would have been his action to get away.
Well, it moved like immediately out of the space because it was right on the edge. So, but anyway, that's its turn. Rini, you're up.
Jones. Well, we'll start with trying to pluck an arrow into the guy in front of us.
18 I'll hit. Hit. So
So that'll be on number 1.
14 damage.
We will.
It's looking kind of bloody. It's not happy. It kind of growls and whips its head around at you.
We're gonna move over here to the corner of the wagon and try to hide behind the wagon.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Roll your stealth check. Alright.
I don't think it'll work on an 18 against these guys, but it's worth a try.
Next up, we'll say is Elias, and Elias is just kind of like shaking their sword off and just kind of like takes another swipe with the kind of frosty and coated blade. Advantage. Oh, please, God. So it's +7? Yeah. Okay, that hits. Thank God. Just because NPCs. That's this plus. Oh, sorry, I forgot to take damage. 1 second. I took 1 point damage. And it does an extra 1d4. Oh my God. Did I just finish off my own creature? No, I didn't. It's all good. Okay, it's a kind of swipe into and cut into the tiger, and you just see the slash of frost go through as the blade cut, and it looks really hurt. I think that's all they can do. I have bonus actions, other stuff, right? Sorry. Fighting with the NPCs in the party. Oh, no, they're not gonna waste that. Next up is Lyra.
Alright, so this one is looking bloody. The second one that just got out of the,
No, actually, the one that's surrounded by your friends looks really bloody.
Alright, then she's gonna focus on this one. So
Which
when we
one?
get close.
This one?
The second one, number 2. The one she's hit the last time.
Please tell me you can see the names on it.
Yeah, I can see saber-toothed tiger too.
Awesome. It's easier to differentiate.
So she's just going to take a crossbow shot at it.
Okay, roll your attack. Yeah, that hits. So you kind of aim for it and fire, and it kind of hits it in the shoulder, and it squeals loudly. And roars loudly in pain. Anything else you want to do?
She is gonna duck behind the cart. Hop off and go, like, behind the cart.
Alright.
Hiding a little.
Careful there, you just stepped on me.
Your friend, you're up.
Okie dokie. I think he's just gonna go for another strike. Is that no longer with advantage?
Oh, you're with advantage because you're the one that's flanking with Elias.
Oh, but it is facing me now, though, right?
Yeah, but it's you're still flanking with Elias.
Okay.
You are the
Okay,
one that's
then-
are flanking because it's
Then he will go for it.
directly across.
A sneaky stab. Like he's gonna, while it's kind of like distracted, he's gonna try to go for a sneaky stab, just under one of its arms there.
And you kind of see it. You almost miss, but it does strike true, just under its armpit. And minimum damage, as you can. You must have hit something vital because you strike into it, and it just starts spurting blood. And
Sweet.
I'm gonna keep it on the field because that's the one that's marking it, but it's dead. As it kind of slumps forward.
Goodbye.
We'll
Next.
go ahead and drop the concentration on my spell at this time.
That's fair. Okay. Gale, you're up. as your friend stabs into this thing, it kind of spurts blood over probably both of you, and slumps forward. So there was
with my movement, can I run up to the other tiger?
technically
Cool. He'll just get right in its face.
fair. But you're up, Gale.
Scale can also approach the tiger. So 1, 2, 4, 5. And she'll just take the long sword attack on it.
All right. That you're kind of swipe at it. It tries to back out of the way, but it does strike true,
Oh, okay.
just barely.
I was also gonna
no.
use Lyra's inspiration.
No, you hit though. You can save it. Roll your damage. Is that one-handed? I'm assuming, right?
That's one-handed.
Okay, so that's 12 damage. You strike into it, and
And she'll blow a smite shot on this
okay.
spell slot. Go.
All right,
That'll
it's
end your
looking
turn.
pretty hurt. Looking pretty hurt and kind of desperate, but it doesn't know what else to do. It's just gonna claw out viciously at. I think it's one attack, really. That's gonna attack Gale because you really hurt it. I can't roll or shit. And misses you, or just kind of grazes, claws off against your armor. Rena, you're up.
Well, I will go ahead and peek over the wagon and take my shot. Am I at advantage or not?
Give me a second.
I figure I'm not, but I figure what the heck, it's worth a try. 18 was all I rolled.
Actually, no, it's pretty much a... I'm gonna say no, because you can see that it just manages to sniff the air and it kind of looks over your direction. It knows generally where you are.
Okay.
It just barely rolled 18, just so you know. How would you like to finish this tiger?
I would shoot it in the neck, but in a way that it will splash its blood all over your friend.
I think it's easily doable. You kind of like aim and fire, and it kind of just perfectly hits the jugular, so it just spurts all over and splashes blood all over your friend. And Gale, probably because proximity.
All right, Gale. I whisper that. Only Lyra would hear me say that.
Uh-huh.
She just scowls a little. But it's still kind of
as
giggling.
we end that,
Well, there's one arrow down. Ain't gonna be able to. I can only do that one more time, now.
as you kind of collect yourselves and such, anything you want to do, or just get back on the road?
Do we need to take a little break here and heal you up, Gale? Or are you okay to travel? Try to, and I'll. Well, I can't drive, but we'll have your. No, your friend can't drive. Yeah, no, let's take a break here.
Break might be appreciated.
I can't drive because I'm a kitten killer. Oh, why did we do this?
Because they knocked me off the cart and took a chunk out of my side.
They were playing.
We played
We
back
are
with
the
the
villains.
same level of intensity that they played with Gale.
I did.
Exactly.
Oh.
Also,
Then
they're
I
a little
can't
too big to be
argue that
kittens.
point.
We were,
Those
we
were
were
pretty
friendly
big. Those
playing
were
with
full
just like
cats.
they did.
Yes, that's true. We really did. Oh, Quentin, do you want to play with me?
No, we're good for now.
Okay, then.
So are you taking a short rest or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you guys can roll hit dice, if you want. And as you're taking a short rest, you see like as the battle finished, Elias's blade was still kind of they have had the sword clenched in their fist. It's still glowing with a kind of whitish blue energy going off it, and so they kind of just kind of sheath it, and as it sheaths, because it's kind of more of an open scabbard, just enough to like stuff it in the belt, so it was at their side. As they released it, the energy dissipates. And they said, are you often targeted by or run across?
We'll get started. It's not good. It's not something Gail likes to talk about.
As of recently, yes, literally every day something has tried to kill us.
Usually Gail first.
Usually me first. It's almost entirely like me first.
I think she
You
might
look
be
most
slightly
threatening,
cursed.
Gale.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
If I was you,
I do try.
If it were me, I'd find some home to stay in and not leave. Like, Jesus. Who would want to risk
That's
their
called a
life?
hole in the ground, and I already tried that, so...
They just tilt their head to the side. Huh?
Okay, the joke didn't land.
I got it. It was a good joke.
Lyra was laughing.
Much better than Lyra's jokes.
Hey!
Oh, I missed the
Lyra's
joke.
jokes are good. Lyra's jokes are...
Say it again. It'll be funnier the second time. Say
It really doesn't land the second time as well.
it.
Okay, well, we're burying this conversation. We want to keep
Gotta say,
going
there's
for today?
something a little funny when you say Barry.
Yeah, I'm aware.
When you say hole in the ground, do you mean literally?
No, it's a figure of speech. Now, come on, look at. We need to get on the road. We've been here for like 20 minutes.
That's technically an hour.
Probably.
They're like, alright. And they just go and climb back into the wagon, and you guys can get on your way. Anything you want to discuss for the remainder of this day's travel?
Is the weather better?
I'd say yeah, it's been starting to clear up. It's residual of the storms a little bit, but in general it's less stormy.
Alright.
I'm gonna say for sake of brevity, because you end up traveling for an extra 5 days because of the various storms kind of pushing back your travel a little bit, making you travel a little slower. But eventually you start making your approach towards this. Hold on, where's my map? I'm gonna actually put it up here now. You start making your approach as you're on the road towards this beautiful. Well, it looks like you can add above it a little bit. This beautiful, sprawling city. It's. You can see off to the side, decent distance, probably several miles off to its side. There's the Dedu Loch is kind of bordering it a little bit, and there's general mountains around it, but you can tell that there's several foothills and grasslands leading up to the mountains. It's a walled city that is. It's just from back here, it just looks really busy. And as you approach it, you. Sorry, I'm reading my own notes here. As you approach the gates, you can see there's a bit of a, like, almost, I guess, kind of, we'll call it kind of a shanty town almost on the outskirts of the city. As you start traveling through, the houses are a little more than, like, kind of thatch and wood for the most part. These people seem to be either traveling and just temporarily staying here, or less well off. And as you approach the large front gates that stand open, two guards wearing armor bearing the Cavian crest of the dragon's head. And actually, I think I have an image for that somewhere. Where did I put it? Do I have it somewhere? Oh, come on, you stupid thing.
Is it in the wiki?
Yeah, technically. Give me a second. Government? Not in government. Nope. Where did I put national symbol? There it is. It's partway down this page. You can find the symbol of the kind of black dragon head with a gold circle behind it. Props to
Griffin?
Props to Mina for that. And it's kind of emblazoned. Just basically the dragon's head is kind of emblazoned in, generally in gold or brass of some sort, on their armor, and they just stand there, nodding at you. Everyone can roll a perception check. Jesus.
See in the back playing with Petey.
I guess Lyra's on high alert, just like completely covering her face, like watching everything.
So Rini and Gale, you're otherwise occupied.
Oh, Jesus.
Your friend and Lyra, you both are kind of looking around, looking up at the very tall buildings. Like, some are very classic, in outside game terms, medieval-ish kind of buildings. Some are very modern, glass and metal, and it's kind of a mixture throughout here. The stones, it's kind of a nice, very nice cobblestone roadway winding through the city as you're heading obviously towards Castle Donan, because who you know you're going to see. As you're looking up, the two of you, and your friend you would spot at first, and Lyra shortly after, you see what you swear. Actually, your friend, I want you to roll a nature check. Never mind. Your friend, you see what looks like a kind of reptilian creature flying through the air. Lyra, you see what looks like. Lyra, you see what is obviously a dragon. It looks like there's a rider on it and everything. And I'd say with your history, you would know that the Cavian royal family and many nobility, actually especially the royal family, there are dragons that they will ride on for transport occasionally. It's something you would know.
Okay.
You may have even met one of them. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Sorry, continue. You're your friend.
Say again?
Yeah, continue, sir. I was still describing as you're trying to roleplay there.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, thank you. They have griffins, everyone! Look! He'll point up at it. It's beautiful. I must ride it.
It's
Just like that
not
man.
It's not a griffin.
It,
Yeah,
a
it's
not
not
griffin?
nice.
That sounds exotic.
That's more of a lizard.
More of a lizard, not griffin. Wow.
Told
Actually,
you what
as
griffins look like.
everyone else is looking up, I'd say, would they have dragons in the Feywild? Probably not. I'll say,
Dragons, yeah.
would they?
I mean, there are fey dragons.
Oh yeah, there's true. Okay,
There's
yeah,
like
I'll let Rini and Gale. You can both roll nature checks as well, just to see if you've ever seen one.
That should go
I mean, this
so
is up to
well.
you. I do want to point out we technically did see a dragon
We saw a
last
dragon.
Oh,
images,
that's
Yeah.
true. My bad. I'm stupid.
But I feel like I feel like I'm sticking with no retcon on Vareth.
Your friend
Granted-
had a very
Maybe
true reaction.
Granted,
Yeah.
flying across the sun, and we just don't have a good angle.
Granted, these are also that was a wormling. This is a lot bigger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It may not be immediately recognizable that they were the same thing. I'd say, yeah, Gale with an 18, and even Rini with a 10, I'd say. Not too hard of a DC, especially because you've technically seen one. It takes you a moment to correlate between what you saw earlier, Rini, and what you're seeing flying overhead, because it's a lot bigger. It is obviously a dragon. And I'd say, Gale, even your history, and you vaguely remember something about there being many dragons over in Cavia. It seemed very like a wild concept to you back then. Like, why would you try and tame such a
Oh, I am
beast?
still gonna do this. Sorry.
But yeah, you would know enough to know that they were in the process of working to learn more about dragons back in your time. But yeah, continue.
Unsuccessful.
So, having seen this, Renee quickly leans over, puts his puts forehead to forehead with PD, and we have a mental image conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And I quickly hop on his back, but I am still flying my own, so he's not picking up any of my weight.
Okay.
But we take the appearance of dragon riders right above the cart, like we're protecting the cart, just like the dragon rider up above us.
PD is very happily just flapping his wings there, saying you like happy images. Giddy. Yeah, I think you guys see this.
I told you we could do it, buddy. And we will fly over to the guard at the gate.
Okay.
That way.
I'd say yeah.
We know, what was the name of the building we have to go to, everybody?
Castle Donan.
Oh, the castle itself?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was called Pickle Water.
Castle Donan. Mina?
It's Irish.
What? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Actually, that kind of fits for everything. Donan.
We'll
That's how we're gonna say it. Yep.
I'll
Canon.
fly over to the guard and... Hello, fellow Dragon Rider friend.
This guard is kind of startled. Hello?
Have a delivery for the castle that I'm guarding. Me and my fine beast, and I give Petey a slap on the side of the neck. You know, a gentle tap.
Just kind of eyes you. A delivery? Of what? For the castle?
Yes, we are bringing a shipment from Aquarian.
Oh, I believe I was told to look out for that. You're not the usual transporters.
Fine speed. We were included in this one to make sure it got extra protection.
I
Heard
see.
rumors of a Thalian attack coming against it.
I see. Interesting.
That said, though, I do have questions for you. First, can you we need directions to the castle. I'm sure it's just down this road. It's that big one right there that we can see, right?
Yeah, it's up there.
All right.
And it's-
so
I
what
think-
you
and
do
you-
is
and
go
you can-
directly towards it.
And you can actually, as you look towards it, you can see 11 narrow, kind of round towers that seem to be forming, at least from this angle, it's hard to tell, but it's up a little bit, kind of form a protective barrier of sorts around it. You can kind of just barely see that they're connected by massive walls made of dark green stone. And you can see wide windows, I'd say just in some of the towers, are scattered here and there across the walls in a seemingly random pattern. Along the walls, there's symmetrical holes for you assume to be archers. And actually, you can't see the gate, but yeah, you can see the towers that surround the castle.
So, pretty much what I need here is we'll just go straight on this road. Will that take us to the gate we need to go to, or do we need to go to a special gate? Because they weren't real clear on our directions. You know how it is. Yeah.
Do
They assume
you?
I can fly everywhere, so I just go over the wall. But yeah.
He just says, well, I can't escort you. I have to stay back here at my post. But, yeah, just head in the direction of the castle, the main gate. I'm gonna say that you were given a missive of sorts to, give to them to say, yeah, that you're who you are, that you're, well, roughly, and that you're delivering this shipment. And say, I'm assuming you have sort of a missive, just hand that to the gates, and they will lead you in to see the king.
Me and PD fly really close over to his side, and I kind of whisper at him. Also, I'm on a top secret mission.
Oh?
I need to know where the best place to get saffron, raisins, and a goat steak, plus the best wine place in town. Get some wine stuff. Very secret hush hush.
Saffron? There's the false apple chemist is the best apothecary in town. You can probably get saffron there. And the Forsaken Bear can probably sell you raisins, I assume? Or the chemist might sell you raisins? I'm not sure. Not something I've... Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, I know what you're asking about. Sorry. Brain just clicked in.
It's been a while.
Rick on that. As you kind of describe the ingredients, he goes, you're trying... I see what you're trying to make.
It's super secret.
Yeah, false apple chemist for the saffron. Probably the raisins. If not, you can probably get raisins at the Forsaken Bear.
And where's the best wine place?
Probably at the... I'm gonna say... My bet, I'd say... Let me see
I need
this
the
map.
finest of wines.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
Sorry, y'all.
Orders. It's fine. I'm gonna say it's probably the Running Griffin. They'll have the best wine. It's the inn there.
Do they have a good brandy too? I need just a little bit.
Probably. I would assume so.
Awesome. Thank you, comrade. And I slap him on the shoulder with my itty bitty tiny hand. We will now be off to make our delivery.
And so you're heading towards the castle, I assume?
Yep, and I will be majestically flying 5 feet over the back of the back of the wagon all the way through town.
Okay, so you start making your way towards the, Sorry, I'm just writing something down.
Didn't mean to throw you for a loop. I know it's been a while since we talked about that.
No, it's fine. I just don't
Took me a
understand.
minute to figure out what you were talking about too.
I just not even that. I just don't understand how their DMs can make notes after the fact too far after the fact and remember what they need to make a note about.
I've had this note page open since the
No,
day
no,
we
no, no, no,
started
no,
this
no. I'm
travel.
talking about like
No, I
making.
know for you.
No, I'm talking about making notes like for making up a frickin' NPC name on the fly. But I can't. Anyway, I
I just
could.
do really bad names myself.
George. Lots of
Anyway,
Georges in my world.
you start traveling towards the castle, and with Rini Quinton flying above, you getting a few looks. There are little kids pointing up at you, Quinton, that you see.
The princely waves. Nothing to see, people. Nothing to see.
And they're kind of like eyes of fascination. They're just little kids. They're excited. And you slowly make your way towards the gates.
At some point while they were driving, Lyra cast disguise self.
Okay, just your usual, just slightly off.
Yep.
All right. And you eventually make your way towards the gates, which are what looks like a moderate gate with really hefty looking wooden doors, and sorry, I'm just trying to read my own notes on this. By that I mean the typed wiki that, yeah, copy and paste, man. I guess there's more Mina's notes on it.
Yeah.
It's a hefty wooden doors with a regular bridge and large crenulations. So we'll say they're hefty wooden doors. So there's a couple guards standing up outside, but leading up to it, there's a short bridge you have to go over to get to it. It's kind of like just fancy type of thing, just kind of goes over some of the buildings. And there's these huge statues that looks like heroes, possibly like heroes or something, and kings along the edge of the bridge. Lyra, you can roll a history check, and actually Gale, you can as well.
That tracks.
Yeah, it's fair. It was more of a long shot for you. You don't really recognize any of them because you're not from this kingdom, but you recognize they look very they look like the way they're decorated, like they're important. So you imagine they're probably former kings or some sort of heroes of the kingdom. But they're kind of like just decorating the edge of the bridge, and it looks like look at this massive castle as you're approaching it. It looks like it's clearly been around for at least 1,000 years, but at the same time, like, it's not gonna collapse anytime soon. And I'll say in Doncaster, you've seen a lot of humans, a fair amount of humans and dragonborn and dwarves. Not a lot of elves, definitely no fairies, not really a lot of Goliaths, but those are the races you pick out most. There's a few halflings and others occasionally, but yeah. As you're approaching the gate, you kind of start slowing up as it's technically closed right now. And as you approach the gate and slow to a stop, the one of the guards there walks up, holds up his hand, and says, "Hey, what's your business?"
Offer the missive we got.
He takes it and kind of reads it. You're a little later.
Bad weather.
That's fair. I mean, the mountains. Yes. I'll have he calls for another guard to come in. I'll have to Larry show you in.
Ah, yes, Larry. Favorite NPC.
Excited to meet Larry.
Looks like a young, excitable looking young man. Looks human from what you can tell.
Hello, Larry.
He's like, hi.
Oh, you're just so pleasant. How are you?
I'm good. You're the shipment from Aquarian?
We are. In fact, we definitely are.
Awesome.
We are very curious, all of us. I have to ask, how many carriages have you destroyed in your life?
None.
He gives a dagger look to Quentin. Yes. Oh yes, I forgive. Never mind. Well then, where should we take this shipment?
I'll take you in. You gotta take it right into the king. Yeah, follow me. And he kind of leads the carriage, the wagon, as you lead it forward, and as you kind of pull up to the front doors of the castle, a couple of more guards come closer and kind of heave the chest or crate, I guess it is, out of the back of the wagon, and he says, well, I believe that you are supposed to deliver it. Well, my buddies here will carry it in for you, but let's go. And he kind of leads you in the front doors. And it's, as you walk in the doors, it's a magnificent castle.
DM, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Lyra be able to hang around at the cart? I'm gonna try and do that.
As you go to like just hang around the cart, he says, Miss, I believe you all had, or from what I understand, everyone that makes a delivery is supposed to make sure it's
Just
delivered.
Lyra, get up here.
Hey, sorry, just wanted to stay by the cart, but I understand.
Oh, don't worry, we'll watch your wagon. It'll be fine. Or your cart.
If they rob us, then our job is only completed faster.
He just tilts his head. Come on, I'm sure it won't take long. The king is, I'm pretty sure he's ready to see you from what I understand. I'll have to check. So he leads you up towards the castle. It's a set of like very nice smooth stone steps leading up to the big front door, big like open front doors. Heavy.
Two guards like walking on either side of the chest, carrying it.
Yeah, basically they're kind of holding it, carrying it.
I am positioned right above the chest, flying in with it, right above it, hovering.
Fair. They're kind of like watching him, like whatever, man. They're just doing their job. So this younger, excitable guard, Larry, just kind of leads you up to the front doors, and their doors are pulled open as you approach. And as you walk in, Lyra's probably been here. It's
Been here a couple times.
a few times. For the rest of you, it's, I guess, yeah. It is a wide open entryway of, we'll say, black marble with a we'll say a plush purple carpet running up the center of it, and you can see a few doors along the sides leading off somewhere, a grand staircase leading up to upper levels, and you see the one that spirals up out of sight and one that's straight ahead of you. Castle layouts, man. And Larry kind of leads you up the middle staircase and says, towards what looks like, and kind of leads you towards what looks like a small antechamber of sorts, and says, if you'll just wait here with the crate, I will go see if the king is ready to receive you. And so he leads you
We're
in.
not the shipment.
No, you guys are left in the antechamber. They leave the shipment with you, and the other
But
guards.
We're not the shipment. We're not to be received.
Relax, your friend. That just means he's ready for us to come in and see him.
Oh, I see. Such fancy words.
Yeah. And so the two guards that are carrying the crate kind of set it down and go walk out and stand outside, and the doors close, and you're left alone for the time being. Anything you want to discuss while you're alone?
Lyra's like, Gale, I'm gonna stand behind you the entire time, okay?
You know, he already knows you're here. He'll see the rest of us, who he all saw with you not that long
I know.
ago.
I'm just trying to avoid him from getting a good look because this guy.
You're cutting out.
Are you friends?
You were cutting out there, Em.
Oh, sorry. She'll be like, well, I mean, yes, it knows that I'm going to be here, but I mean, doesn't know who I am, and I would like to just give him a good look at me.
He does know who you are. You were his student.
No,
I think we're meeting
no,
with the
not
other
this.
king.
Yeah,
Me with the other king.
yeah,
Is she,
Oh, this
she
is a
has,
different king?
Kingman.
she has disguised self on right now,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
you can, with a good enough perception check, you can.
and Lyra would know that at this point in time in the year, Damien would be at Hawthorne. What you would probably be meeting with King Nathaniel himself. It is the king of the kingdom. Damien and Demetrios are the kings of the administrative divisions. It's all complicated. Lyra can explain it. Lyra can explain it as she wants, but that's what Lyra knows.
Yeah, and she'll be like, okay, so you guys haven't met this one. Okay?
How are there
It'll
more
be
than
a
one
lot.
king?
It'll be a lot easier if they don't get a good look at my face.
Okay.
Alright, I don't understand why, and you're the only one who actually knows how to speak noble, but you can do
I
the
have a
shipment and get
suggestion.
you out of here.
Oh, but I'm just saying that if they find out who I am, it's a really quick way to get dragged back home.
If you wore a really, really fancy hat, they wouldn't look at your face. They would be looking at your hat.
It's true.
It just brings
You
more
know.
attention to you, though.
Yeah, but I can't believe I'm about to say this. He's actually right. They would look at your hat. Your hat would get all the attention. You would get none. Until you became famous, and then the hat became famous as your trademark. But initially, everybody just look at the hat.
Here you are, and he places his shield on top of Lyra's head.
That is really
Shield
heavy.
does not count.
What?
Oh, how about this? And he flips it upside down.
No,
It barely
no.
balances.
One moment. Okay, I'll try this. And she comes to herself really quick, like, and makes herself like a nice flower crown. Like, very ostentatious one.
Okay, so there's like really large
It's good enough.
flowers. I'm assuming probably Shelly Aaron flowers because it's the ones you've probably seen the most.
Yeah, she probably like, okay, I saw a couple here in the kingdom as we drove by, but like, I'm more familiar with these ones. Okay, we're gonna just, there we go.
Now,
You
gotta
know that-
ask a question here.
Hmm.
Are they real or are they illusionary?
Technically, this is your
This is my performance of creation, so
they'd
it's
be
real.
They'd be real for what, 2 hours?
2 hours.
Yeah, so they are real flowers. You get close
I will
enough.
use Druidcraft and make them prettier and bloomier and nicer.
Oh, yeah, you make them kind of bloom even more. I mean, they're already really wide, ostentatious, and really large, and really fragrant. But you make them even nicer.
But you really think this will help?
Yeah, I think it'll be great.
I mean, I don't know if
It'll be-
giving her a crown is exactly helping our cause here, but
I mean, it's a flat. Do you think I'd look better with like a top hat on?
Where
Oh,
did just
like a
Lyra go?
mask. Pretend
Lyra.
you were in like a terrible accident. And face got burned, and now you refuse to show your face or something.
It'd be
Lyra,
better
this
for
is
you to come up with
perfect.
later.
Trust me, this is perfect. You can just now you're not a hooded figure looking like you're crouching in the background. Now you're standing proud and showing your beauty. Trust me, it'll
Drawing
work.
attention to your face.
No, it's gonna the crown will get the attention, not the face.
Oh, I have a better idea. She takes off her
Okay.
flower crown and puts it on Gale's head. Now everyone will look at Gale.
That's brilliant.
Does Gale allow this?
Yeah, it's Lyra.
Oh, hi,
Fair,
Lyra.
fair.
Have you seen where Gale went?
Gale have like a spare helmet in her hat.
Probably not. You brought, if you have one as part of your armor. What kind of armor do you have?
I mean, she's got heavy armor.
Is it plate or is it chainmail? I think it's just chainmail, isn't it? So I don't think there'd be a helmet included in that. Or
Chainmail.
splint mail. Yeah, you'd probably just. I don't think there'd be a helmet included in that. As far as I'm aware. So probably not.
Okay.
Well, you might have a helmet, but you'd be your own helmet. It wouldn't be an extra.
I mean, I just think she wouldn't be wearing it currently because they're
That's
inside.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can give Larry your helmet if you want.
Gale will take the helmet off her pack and hand it over and be like, "Here, put this on. It will be totally indescript and unnoticeable."
She puts it on.
You all understand what I do, right?
You fly
You
around
destroyed
on dragons?
carriages.
I'm the sneaky one. Trust me, this is not sneaky.
It's my hat.
Get her a mask or something later, but for right now, we're
Every
relying on a
time,
flower
every
crown
time
and
she
helmet.
turns her head, it's like too big, and so it like rotates a little.
See the outfit she's wearing? Now she looks like she's wearing your helmet.
Yeah, she is.
Exactly. That means she's hiding her face.
Yeah, because I'm overprotective, and she got her face burned in our last battle.
And I'm very self-conscious about it.
She is, exceedingly. A bard thing.
Mm-hmm.
Facepalm. Okay, if that's what we want to go with.
Gail, are you really sure? It's just turned her head. As the
It
helmet
kind of
turns
like
inside again.
swings, and like it's half covering your face, but you can barely see because it like almost covered your eyes. Probably a bit big on your head too.
Just look at the ground and pretend you're a squire. It's worked for me in the past.
Okay.
What is Lyra wearing for armor?
I think it's just.
It says like light leather armor, and it's really just like incorporated into her dress.
Just kind of like probably like breastplate,
When
like
you were
maybe
s-
bracers.
Yeah,
Simple.
that's
When
it.
you were a squire, what kind of armor did you wear? That? With a giant helm?
You think Shalaren's army had enough armor to go around to give to their squires? I just wore normal clothes.
Okay.
Maybe you'll just draw enough attention with just the flower crown. Fine, I'll just stand behind you.
Okay.
She just takes off the helmet and just holds it like she's holding it for
Right in
Gale.
front of her face.
It's like a little bit like it's like covering her mouth, but like she's just holding it. It's not completely in front of her face.
This is an excellent disguise.
Alright, so Gale's wearing the flower crown. Lyra's kind of holding the helmet half in front of her face.
She's just holding it, like yeah, it can drop a little, and then it goes. She's just holding it.
Quentin is probably face palming.
Yes. Double facepalm.
Quentin's wearing his hands on his face. That's what he's wearing. So you kind of discussed this for a while, trying to decide what you're gonna do. Waiting about.
Edie is laughing at everybody.
It's just little dragons chuckling away. I was saying you're waiting about 20 minutes or so, and before Larry pops his head back in and says, "Did Keith go see you now?"
Oh, thank you, Larry.
Your friend, you're not very strong. Gale?
No, the guards
Oh,
come
I'm
in
very
and pick
strong.
up the crate.
Okay, never mind.
They're carrying it behind you, but you still have to escort it in. So they lead you to out of the doorway and towards a set of double doors. And Please tell me you can't hear that.
Can't hear anything.
Good. Instead of double doors, or rather magnificent looking, as the two other guards are on the outside of it, kind of push it open. You see what looks like a magnificent throne room, and you see standing up or sitting on a rather magnificent looking throne that's kind of like, I'm gonna say it's kind of got like, it looks like dragon's heads at the top, and it's just like a magnificent like stone throne with obviously like a kind of cushion on it, and you see, as you get closer, you see and you guys have all met Damien. You start to see like kind of little features, like brown hair, really good looking for his age, but kind of like very streaked with gray. Kind of kind face, kind of tall and slender. He's just sitting there, hands clasped politely together. And as you reach just below the throne, he says, you're the... Oh my god, 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't... Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't concentrate. You see, he just says, you're the... What would the word?
Escorts?
Guards for the shipment from Aquarian, I hear? What is this mineral called again? God damn it.
Supplies.
No, it's something specific.
That's right.
No, that's Doniel. Nice try though.
I had a baseball. I'm looking at I have something in inventory. It's a baseball-sized sepharite.
Yeah, you get something else. Words. I feel so stupid. So you have the shipment of Vatraspar. Excellent,
That's what it
excellent.
was.
Yeah.
I fly forward with PD, and I have PD do a dragon bow as I do a mounted bow and say, "Yes, Your Highness, we are the escorts for your most recent delivery from Aquarian."
Can you describe a dragon bow?
One leg forward, one leg down, head down, and I do a.
Excellent.
See,
Thank you.
it's like doing a leg, except you only do it with the front two for a dragon. That's how
Yeah.
I'm making it up in my mind.
I like it.
He said, well, thank you for making this delivery. We've been waiting on this shipment. You're not the usual group, to bring this shipment. My son, I'm just gonna Damien, I can't say his actual name, or full name. Sent me a missive recently about a request for a group to travel to Aquarian. Was that you?
Yes, Your Highness, and Candace asked us to go ahead and deliver this for her.
I see. I need to know. The missive wasn't clear. I assume secrecy must have been needed. Why the need to travel to Aquarian? It's rather restricted. And it would be great pains to get permission.
Did it come to we were doing research on a certain matter of history that Candace is an expert at. And it was her that our travels weren't necessarily to the city, but to see her. Yeah,
I
that's it.
see. Research on what?
Just a magical research about long dead wizards.
I have a personal matter to be really frank with you.
I mean, if it's something that requires you to travel to a municipality in my kingdom, I assume it might have something to do with. There could be something that could threaten it. I would be remiss if I didn't discover what this is about. To, if anything,
Well,
to prevent harm from coming to my citizens.
Is there something you think would be a threat? This is just a personal matter looking into some strange happenings and some personal curiosities.
People do not
If any threats.
travel to Aquarin lightly. It is. Like,
The wizard we were researching, Your Highness, is a very old wizard, and it had come to our attention that due to the age, the wizards that would have knowledge about this wizard would be Candace, since she is also a very old wizard.
Yes, but the reason why you're researching this wizard is important because, as I was trying to say, it is generally it's only by royal decree that anyone outside the royal family is allowed to travel to Aquarian for very specific reasons. So it is of the utmost importance for me to know the reason why this research was needed for
And
paperwork.
you ask everyone who has ever traveled to your magical wizard city in the middle of nowhere that's highly contained what they're researching? You get the briefs every year?
Yes.
Just go and ask Candace. To be honest, I don't remember much of it. She's the expert on all of these matters.
Certainly, if you're going to go research...
I give a side-eye back to Lyra to see if Lyra is giving a just go ahead and tell the story type line, because this is a royalty thing and I don't.
Yeah, she's looking like
I'm going like.
She's looking a little like, oh god, but she's like just.
Does she give the nod?
Yeah, but kind of like just keep it short.
We were doing research into what was his name? The Soul Reaper.
I see.
And it had to do with a ruin that was found, and that we found out in backup map.
Stonio.
And the only person who had any real knowledge, after talking to everybody in Stoniel, we found that the only person that had real knowledge would be Candace, who was kind of alive at the time.
Ah, yes, I see. But how did you stumble across these ruins?
My dear, Your Highness, sorry, I'm really not good at talking to royalty. Me and my faithful steed here.
I see.
It's kind of a complicated story, but we just happened to find this ruin in the desert. And, well, look at me. I like shiny things. And I conned your friend into going with me. And since he was going, and it had a kind of a history look that our friend Just Lyra likes, Gail said, well, if Just Lyra's going, I have to go to protect Just Lyra. And we went in to see if we could find any treasure. And we didn't find any treasure. Instead, we found some undead guys who were just not very nice. And we did come across the symbol, though, and that was the symbol we were trying to get more information on, because it was just weird. This place is in the middle of nowhere, King. You would think, Your Highness, that people would not put stuff like this in the middle of nowhere. And even for the middle of nowhere, it looked very old, but it didn't look like it was falling apart. It was just it was a mystery, and it was, it piqued my curiosity. It piqued Lyra. She's a bard. She wants to know everything about history. So just Lyra and we all went. We figured, well, we'll go up and we'll get permission from your son. I'm sorry. I'm from the Fae. I'm a little touchy on who's who.
Yes, Damien is one of my sons. Yes.
By the way, you are a striking young man.
First off, roll a. I'm gonna say deception check.
Okay.
Just straight, because you're the only one talking. Not that anyone's gonna be able to get a word in edgewise, but whatever. And as he looks towards Lyra, are you like holding the helmet up in front of your face?
I mean, yeah, it's not completely covering her face. It's just kind of like in front of her a little bit.
How much is a little bit? Like, how are you holding it? Describe this to me.
Okay, so like, if your hands are just out like right in front of you, like you're keeping your body to your arms to yourself, and it's like you're holding a cake.
Like, does it look like you're trying to hide behind it?
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to look casual.
Okay, I'm gonna say roll a. I'm gonna say stealth check just to try and like seem casual. Look, you think that you're being casual.
I am being very casual.
Definitely. You can roll your deception check, Quentin. And
Ring influence.
huh?
Ring influence. Positive or negative.
Would you be?
He's a male. I'd be into them. I don't know if I'd be into him, but he probably. I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of old.
It would count because of gender, yeah, and species, I should say. I'm gonna let you. I'm going to trust that you will be honest.
Yeah.
For each individual.
And I'll be honest. The way I'm more with the way you. Yeah, we'll talk about it after. So it'll be +5 to whatever I roll.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay, so he's kind of nodding
23.
along, and as he kind of glances towards Lyra and says, "Dear, that's a fascinating story. It's interesting," and just looks past at Lyra and says, "Oh dear, there's no need to hide yourself."
He's shy, Your Highness.
Giggles
Lyra.
a little, and holds the helmet a little lower, and just kind of like grins at the ground, and just acting very nervous and trying to really play that up.
So
Her
Very
face
shy.
is
it would be,
terribly disfigured.
it's
It's not.
it's an investigation check to see through the illusion, correct?
Let's see.
I believe because
It's
intelligence.
either an investigation or perception.
Okay.
There's the spell.
I think it's investigation.
It is the illusion. Must make an investigation check against my
Okay.
spell save DC.
Which is 17, correct?
Yep.
So he's kind of like looking at you. His eyes kind of, his head kind of tilts to the side slightly as his eyes kind of squint for just a moment. He says, "You look familiar." He kind of actually gets up and takes a couple steps closer. And Natalie, is that you? What are you doing here?
My name's Lyra.
Lyra. He's my squire.
You bear striking resemblance to one of the grand princesses of Aberosi.
All right, you've caught me. I am Natalie.
I get that a lot, actually.
Just Lyra? You think a grand princess would hang out with us?
Gale, who is actively wearing like royal knight armor.
Really old royal knight armor.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a fairy riding a pseudo dragon.
you're quite the group. He's like, I'm gonna say roll a deception check and maybe disadvantage because he very much recognizes you. People are trying to help you.
Goliath's admitting to being Natalie does not help.
Oh.
I was about to
Straight
get.
roll since-
I was about to say a straight roll, so we'll just take the first number because that would be the first dice rolled.
Yeah.
And he just kind of says, "I don't think so. What are you doing here? It's been a few years since I've seen you. But I'd recognize you anywhere."
doing a bit of research, as my friend Quentin said. Really, when you find a topic that you get interested in and you just kind of go with it and want to see where it ends. I mean, thankfully, I did have the connections to speak with Damien, and was able to get us that entrance into Aquarian to continue that research.
He kind of arches his eyebrows and just kind of chin up in the air a little bit and just kind of stares down at you. Like, I see. I guess I'm trying to decide whether I want to know whether your family knows where you are.
Of course they do.
Your Highness, she does have the royal guard with her.
Mm-hmm.
I point at Gale in the armor.
I was sent to accompany her. It's a bit of a private matter for the family, and we're trying not to draw any attention to it at the moment. It would be very dangerous, as you can imagine, if it were to be public. Who was out traveling?
I'm going to say...
Exactly. It's why we used older armor that we had. We didn't really want to draw attention to it.
I was going to say that the crest looks vaguely familiar, but I don't recognize it as current.
It's a couple 100 years old. We found it in the old stocks.
Family artifacts.
Your Highness, though, we do have a strange thing we should report right away about the travel here.
Oh yes, that's very important. We got attacked by Thalion.
I see. Tell me more. You can tell that he's definitely not dropping the matter, but this is important.
We'll now back away into the distance and let Lyra speak, since she is front and center.
All right. Well, you see, we were just traveling along the road, obviously, and we get jumped by about, was it 4 mages? I'm remembering 4.
Four.
It was 4. 4 Thalion mages. I recognized the clothing and everything. And I recognized the clothing and the accents, and yeah, they seem to have wanted the our shipment here, and when we wouldn't give it to them, things got a little dicey. We were able to come out on top, thankfully, a little injured. One of them did get away. Yeah, they're the ones that came and attacked us.
I see.
But thankfully, they weren't able to get to the shipment.
That's
it was
very
a bit.
good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'll just speak to Vivian, see what she's up to. Just kind of shakes his head and sighs. But yes, so tell me, this research you were, color me interested. This research you were doing on this tomb, what have you found out? What is it about?
Well, we have found out that the tomb belonged to a person called the Soul Reaper. That's what it was, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with the research that we've done, we've actually found out that a cult of the Soul Reaper have managed to break one of the seals that is chained to keep this very dangerous, very powerful lich at bay. And now we've been working with Candace to learn a little bit more about it, and also so she can make sure it can get resealed and that something like this doesn't happen again.
I see. So, you're planning to stop this cult? This sounds rather dangerous, Natalie.
I mean, not me in particular. I'm just interested in the research aspect of it.
I see.
I said we were just there to deliver the information to Candace and see what else we could find about it, because, there's not much information about the Soul Reaper around the world.
I would think not. Well, that's very good of you to report such a thing. So you're just planning on passing the information on for others to deal with?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if they have more information, have more that they want to tell us, certainly be one to hear it. I've always been interested in magic, even though don't really interested in, glitches, but this is, a little concerning, so I'd like to see it, pan out well.
Just, all right. There's.
Again, award-winning smile and.
I'll have to get a full report, detailed report from Candace, I assume. But there's nothing else
course.
you can tell me now, just that might be of importance.
I mean, that's all we really know, right? She turns and looks to the people that they broke one of the seals, and that was it.
And
Essentially.
that we're special. We're very special.
Special?
Yes, your friend. We are very special.
Incredibly special.
Oh,
He's
so.
a bit of a unique
Special.
case. Bit of
I'm
amnesia.
uniquely special.
Bit of amnesia he recently recovered from.
He took a bit of a head wound at some point, and it's just never came back the same, you know?
I don't think I'm very different. You don't know me, nor the carts that Quentin has destroyed.
You see,
Yeah, just disregard anything he says for the next few minutes.
Well, why do you think you're special?
well, yep. Well, you have your shipment. I know I would like to get back to doing some research with Candace eventually. We all just got a little stir crazy in the city. Offered to take it.
I see. He still turns towards your friends and says, why do you think you're special, my friend?
Oh, well, I've been to a wonderful, terrible place.
Where's that? Where's that?
I don't like speaking it. I hate remembering. I wish I couldn't remember.
Well, that's not very good. If it's a terrible place, perhaps it needs to be...
Well, it wasn't terrible in itself, I suppose, but it was definitely alarming, I could say that.
How so? He seems very genuinely interested. I'm curious.
Do you think that our world is still important?
Of course.
It's so small, isn't it?
One could say, but it's rather expansive as well.
My friend Quentin here knows of many gods. Isn't that so strange?
Many gods? What is... That's nonsense.
He'll kind of like narrow his eyes at him a little bit, and then his face will kind of change and smile. It is nonsense, isn't it?
Everyone knows there's only 4, technically.
Yes. 4. As many fingers as I have. Thumbs don't count.
You never answered my question. Why do you think you're special? Just
I
because
am
you've been...
exceedingly powerful. I have many muscles.
I see. That's it?
Yup.
As I said, he's not quite all there. We're hoping Candace can help a little bit further, honestly. A bit of a little bit more research into what happened to him. But he's very endearing.
that I will agree on. Well, are you going to be making your way back to Aquarian then?
Yes.
I imagine
After we
you...
stop and get some things in town.
Yes, of course. And of course, if you'd like to, as it's getting a little bit starting to get towards the end midday or so, and by the time you finish shopping, I assume you probably want to take a rest. You'll of course have rooms in the castle. I mean,
Your Highness, can I beg a favor? Do you have a wine steward I could speak with?
yes, I'm sure we could find someone. What are you looking for?
I need a very special red and a very good dessert to go with pudding. Bread pudding. Long story. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Well, for me, it is.
I see. Well,
Give him a winning smile. Give him a Lyra smile.
I could probably speak with the wine steward, or send for the wine steward, and you could speak to him. I'm sure they can get you whatever red you'd like.
That would be ever so thankful. I give him another deep bow. Thank you so much, Your Highness. I just really want to make this right. It's kind of my secret.
You're killing me curious, but your life is your life.
And I'll be like, he's got a bit of a date. He's a little nervous for it.
He's such a romantic.
How much do you know
Been
about the
obsessed
town?
for it with like 3 weeks.
I know about what?
Your Highness, how much do you know about the town?
Aquarium?
Yes.
I
its
mean,
people.
it's a very special town.
Are you familiar with its residents?
Of course.
If you get a chance later, I'd like to talk to you about Runeswick.
Runswick. He kind of pauses and thinks.
He's the owner of the Silver Horse, the guy with the fascinating eyes.
A sorcerer, I believe. Yes, I remember him. He's done some good work for the town.
Is there anybody in the castle who might know him personally?
In Doncaster? I highly doubt it. They're a little more secluded there. I'm not sure specifically. I don't personally know the man myself. I just know him by reputation.
Yeah, Your Highness, I figured you wouldn't hang out and have beers with him. I just thought maybe there'd be an administrative type that goes up there every so often that might know a little more about it.
I mean, Damien has traveled there occasionally, but for administrative needs.
Okay. Well, it was
He
worth a
might
try.
know.
Thank you,
He
sir.
might know him more. I'm not sure. As I said, there's many people that are known by reputation. Primarily, I don't personally know them, but I know Candace very well, of course. Or Guardian Rowland, that is.
Yes, her and Elias seemed quite capable.
Ah, yes, Elias. It's a pity what happened to him, but he seems to be getting on well. Yes, Aquarian is quite the magical little town. And obviously dangerous. I myself have never actually been able to visit, of course, because of its magical dangers, but there you go.
It is a lovely town, sir. I suppose, Lyra, did we have anything else? Or should we get out of the king's hair? I'm sure he's a busy man.
Yes, we should probably get going. If we end up in town late, we'll definitely stop here for the evening. But otherwise, we might want to get back on the road as soon as possible. I do think we saw a storm coming in on the road, so we'd like to get out there before it starts.
Terrible weather this time of year.
Oh, really?
Be the worst.
Slides, the wizards, the weather.
Dragons. Yeah.
So you want to see a wine steward though first?
If I may, Your Highness.
Okay, so that was from DM. I'm trying to get clear what the hell you want.
Oh, yeah.
He says, he sends for a wine steward, and a young man comes and just ends up emerging in the throne room, and then he will lead you towards the wine cellar and allow you to pick, on the king's orders, any red wine you'd like. So you can find the finest bottle of red that you could possibly know. I'm gonna say, why not? Roll a investigation check, and then roll a D.
That was terrible.
Roll a D.
I'm telling you, where I'm sitting, it looks like a 16, but okay.
Roll a D. I'm gonna say D12. Why not? So it takes you. I'm gonna say it takes you a while, cause like you're from the Feywild. You've never really. It takes you a little while to. Does anyone actually speak or / read Draconic?
Yeah, I don't.
Nah.
Nope.
Okay, so there's a few labels that are in a language no one really reads, but there's a few in common and such. So I'm gonna
Explain
say
to the wine steward the specialty of the dinner, that it's going to be I'm looking for something to go with the goat that we're going to have for the early part of the dinner, and the vegetables. I'll walk him through what I'm going to, the plans for the dinner. And that's the wine I'm looking to get from here. And then when we're at the Griffin, I'll try to get my dessert wine to go with the pudding.
okay, so I'm gonna say for the dinner wine, I'll say he lets you wander around a certain section. It takes a little while because, like I said, there's some you can't really read, but you find one that I'll just say it's actually got a label that describes what's in it, because why not? And you find one that sounds like it would be divine. I'll say it's more of a dry red, and he lets you sample it, and it tastes pretty exquisite. So you take that one. I'll just say you got Cavian red wine.
Okay. Keep you on
I'll
special notes for the dinner.
I'll come up with a special name for it later, maybe.
Do I owe the crown anything for this, good sir?
As far as I'm aware, the king said you could take what you want.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Well,
And I
within
give him a
reason,
bow.
of course.
I give him a deep bow and I say, "Thank you very much, kind sir.
All
I will
right.
get out of your hair now." And I I fly away with Petey to my friends.
Alrighty. So as Quentin
Petey holding the bottle.
Before we leave,
uh-huh.
Could I ask around and see if they have like a costuming department or a local theater production or any sort of a costume shop in
I
town?
like where this is going.
Are you gonna do that while Quentin's busy searching the royal wine cellar for wine, or?
Sure.
So just want to ask what you guys are doing while Quentin's wine shopping, so to speak. Okay, so I'll say you guys can roll. You can roll an investigation check with advantage, because I'm assuming everyone's helping you.
Goliath's definitely helping.
He's so helpful.
Oh, he's so into this.
Might be disadvantage.
Investigation?
With advantage.
Which one's
Shift.
disadvantage?
Hold shift.
Okay, it's not giving me a plus currently, so we'll see if this works or not. Went well.
Roll again.
Whoa!
Let's say.
It also went well.
Okay.
I'd say it takes you a little while to find one. You find it in it would equate to more of a middle class district, a costumer shop called the Hasty Jester. And you walk in and it's just there's fabrics all over the place, masks and hats and all sorts of costumes. As you walk in. Just bright colors. A lot of dragon motifs.
Gale's gonna drag Lyra in by her arm. She's going in willingly or not. She's just going to say, "Your magic is impressive and has impressed me many a times, but in the last few weeks has failed us how many times? Comes to
Everyone
concealing
just
your
realized
identity."
her.
Yes, That's not something that's supposed to happen every day in the wilds.
Okay, in the wild, it was because I didn't, cast it while we were, fighting the mage.
But you've been recognized, like, what, 6 times? 7 times? You want to find... She'll drop into a whisper. Your dad. It's... It's what you want to do. You don't want to get dragged home. You don't want to... someone find out who you are and what you're doing, and that it's not exactly sanctioned.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Lyra. Maybe it's time to go a bit further than the name.
Right. So, think the mask is a good idea?
I mean, you could build a persona? Bards have done that in the past, right? You don't have to wear it when we're in town or out in the wilds, but we're gonna keep interacting with royalty, and it seems like we might be if we're gonna be going around the continents.
I mean, it's not my intention. I mean, I was really trying to not.
Agreed. Like, I don't really want to be caught up in this lich bullshit, but like, if there's gates or whatever these pieces are in every country, like, we might be interacting with a lot of people who might know who you are. Every single one of them is one more person who could send that information home.
Yep. No. Like, blows a piece of hair out of her face.
I'll pay for a mask, but I really do think you should be concealing your identity if we're gonna keep continuing on this path. It's not gonna be an issue in Feywild or, I don't know, the suburbs, but there's been too many people who have recognized you so far. It's a miracle your parents haven't shown up or sent someone after us at this point.
Well, like I said, I've been keeping in contact with them. Ish.
Ish.
I do send letters. Oh, which, by the way, I should probably send a letter while we're here. There's a post office.
Probably.
Okay, so mask and... How about you pick up the mask? Because this is your idea. I'm gonna go quickly write a letter somewhere.
Alright.
Gale, who has no eye for fashion's like, wait, no.
Did Lyra just rush off?
Either that or she finds like a small corner to just quickly start writing.
Alright, so say Lyra goes off to a corner, just starts scribbling furiously on a piece of parchment. And you're free to browse the shop, and you see it's because of the nature of the kingdom, there's a lot of very nice, ornate dragon motifs. There's a lot of bright colors and kind of like royal type colors and dark reds and blacks and golds. And what are you looking for? I'm gonna say, what are you looking for? You'll probably find it.
That's a good question. Does Schilleranth have any sort of like professional animal or symbols, colors, that sort of thing? Or is there anything in pink too?
I don't.
Did you mention the hunt before Renee took off?
The what?
No, you went straight for the wine, buddy.
Okay. I didn't know if you mentioned it before I left with the steward or not.
No, probably not. I'd say the most well known for what are they called? Emily, you may need to correct my pronunciation on this. The tabullas.
The tabula.
Tabulas. They're basically like they look kind of like an apron kind of thing, but they're a symbol of identity that everyone in Shellyanna generally has, and they kind of make their own. It's just like there's like basically like embroidered pieces. It's basically embroidered pieces of cloth that you tie around the waist. Bring a little more individuality and color, and like the flag for Shelly Aranth is basically hold on. that won't work. Is basically on this page. It's basically like the 3 diamonds and blues and blacks. This is the Kinsley family crest, essentially, or family flag, we'll call it. It's just basically like Shelley Arendt is a kingdom of storytellers, basically, and that's basically what the tabulas can tell stories throughout them. And they're very individual. Lyra may or may not wear hers. I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Lyra is not wearing hers.
I didn't think so, but you probably have it with you.
Okay.
I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
Ella's gonna try and look for kind of just like a. Have you ever looked up like Venice masks? Kind of just a very formal, full covering mask. And she's just gonna get kind of a plain white one with a little bit
Like
of
a
pink
mask.
triangle detailing.
Okay.
And on the upper portions of the mask, it kind of reaches up to form a kind of a crown shape.
All right.
Not a perfect crown, but like on the right and the left, it kind of branches out like it would be a crown, but it's just a mask.
Okay. I'll say you can find that. You can probably get it for like 5 gold. Pretty
I
simple.
should pay that. She'd also get kind of like probably a pink hood,
Pink what?
just some light detailing, just to cover the hair.
All right.
A hood, I think.
Oh, okay. Easy enough. And yeah, you can easily enough get that done for. Get that for about 5 gold. They can like add the little bits of detailing you want extra on it in no time.
Pay for that.
Lyra is furiously writing. Look at the corner.
Yeah, so we'll say for the sake of brevity, you end up buying the mask and then you go and find an inn or something and finish. Lyra finishes her letter. And I'll say, you're sending it to Relarian, I assume.
Yep.
So it'll be.
It'll do its typical Rolarian. It's 2 letters, one to
Yes.
Matilda, and then one to the parents. Go to Rolarian, and then branch off.
So Cavian, so it costs you 1 gold to send it to Relarian.
Okay.
Premier. We'll say you're able to go and send your letter and meet back up with Quentin, who's got carrying a rather large bottle of wine for his size. But
You need help? You're gonna drop that.
Edie's got it. Although we're gonna put it in the wagon right away.
I mean, we do have a haversack.
Oh yeah, the haversack. That's a great idea. I open up one of the side pouches and slide it in there.
easily done. So you can write down Cavian red wine as in the haversack. Actually, you can create a custom item and put it in the haversack. Technically, I'd say.
I'm putting all the dinner ingredients down on my notes over here too.
Yeah, and I'll say just because it'll actually D&D Beyond will give you weight. I'll say the bottle weighs like a pound. Why not? Or half a pound. One of the two.
So it won't matter inside the sack anyway.
Well, the sack can only carry so much weight still. Just
Oh,
like.
this is true.
Which is why I say that. We can worry about that later. But as you meet back up, what would you like to do? Or are you just going back to the castle? Because it's probably starting to get towards evening. But going back to the castle to settle down and rest. Or have
I've
dinner.
been able, while they were doing that, to find the apothecary.
Ah, yes. I'll say, yeah, you can easily find the apothecary flitting around. We don't necessarily have the role played out. I'll say you're easily able to get both raisins and saffron. And if you haven't mentioned you're trying to make this bread pudding, cavoriette. I'm probably saying that wrong, but whatever. They'll give you like the finest ingredients. They'll say like for 2 gold. You're able to get a decent amount for dessert for 2.
Also, will con him into teaching me how to soak the raisins in rum or in brandy for the pot. I'll talk to him about rum and brandy and soaking the raisins in one of those, which would be better for the pudding, so on and so forth. And I'll make a swing by the Forsaken Bear or the Running Griffin.
Okay, I'm gonna say roll 2 persuasion checks. One to convince the apothecary owner how to do it, and another to convince the barkeep at the inn to sell you a bottle of brandy. Okay, roll 1 more.
Also, the barkeep, I'm going to talk to him about a fine dessert wine.
No, just roll 1 more for the barkeep. Okay, we'll say you're able to he kind of basically tells you, basically just put the raisins in the brandy and soak them for however long you want to, depending how, soak them for a decent amount of time and they should absorb the brandy.
Yeah.
He gives you very vague instructions, and they'll say the barkeep usually managed to get a fine bottle of wine. Which would be 10 gold for a fine bottle of wine. And we'll say for the brandy, I'm gonna say for the brandy it'll cost you like 5 gold for a nice brandy.
And
Yeah.
10 for the raisins and the saffron?
No, 2 for the raisins and the saffron. For enough for dinner, for dessert for 2. 10 for the wine, 5 for the brandy.
17 removed from my cash.
I forgot I gotta plan this.
Did we ever figure out a way for me to get goat meat back from the city?
I'll say you can probably get some. Actually, you can probably get some goat meat from like a butcher in the city.
Just buy a goat. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll get goat meat
I'll
on the
s-
road somewhere. One of the places we stop.
No,
Or we can drag a goat along. Either way.
I'll say you could easily get some goat meat that should last. You like get like a little, we'll call it, because it's a little more modern here. It's like a chest that has dry ice on it to keep it fresh. For that much goat meat, we'll say like 5 silver.
I almost took out 5 Electrum. That would have been bad.
I am not using Electrum.
Nope.
Because fuck that shit. But yeah. And let's say you managed to meet back up, and what would you guys like to do? Go for dinner in the castle, or the inn, or...
Lyra is pushing for them to just get on the road, head back.
It is starting to get late.
I know. She does
Okay.
not care.
Lyra, dear, I
I was in
understand that
agreement.
you want to go. I get it. But it would be rude not to take the king up on his offer, and it is starting to get nightfall. We would make the city gates and we'd have to stop for the night.
What's your point? Fuck royalty.
She is also
Be rude to all
royalty.
of
We
them.
Whoa,
have
yeah.
to. I don't want her to cause an international or a national incident.
I already told him that we might be, just heading right off the road, and that if we were staying late, we would, stay at the castle. However, I do not want time for someone to read our story.
Every moment we spend here is an existential threat to this entire traveling journey. Or just spend a night on the road.
Whatever you all want to do, I'm just telling you, I think it's gonna be a little rude.
Any other questions?
I am just riding along.
And the other question you have to answer is whether are you taking the road back Doncaster to Aquarian, or are you going to portal from Doncaster to Caulfield and take the Caulfield to Aquarian Road?
That's quicker, isn't it?
Technically, I'm gonna say you wouldn't be able to take the cart through, though. You could take the horse through, you wouldn't be able to take the cart through the portal, because you can't fit the cart into the building. I think it's a rough. I think the distance is only rough.
Yeah.
Very rough. But yeah, you would not be able to take the cart if you portal.
We should bring that up. So we can either portal to Coalfield, but then walk the rest of the way, or we could just take the road back.
We were responsible to return the cart.
I don't even remember.
Frankly.
I think it was if we returned the horse.
Yeah, I think so. They're more worried about the horse, I think. It's been a while.
For whatever.
What was that? You kind of cut out a little bit.
Yeah, all I heard is error.
6 one way, half a dozen the other, and I'm up for whatever. Whichever you all think. Gail is the what's the word I'm looking for? Safety conscious one. She probably has a better idea which one we should use.
Gip has no
Security-wise.
idea what public security has changed in 200 years.
I'm from the Feywild. I have no clue.
Although theoretically, if we still wanted to keep the horse and use it to get to Aquarium, we could just buy another cart in Coalfield.
Be a better idea. I mean, we did get attacked not at all on the way to Coalfield and like 40 times on the way here.
It's almost like one of them had an encounter table and the other didn't.
Yeah. Wild.
Wild.
I don't know why that would be.
Don't know.
Well, I'd vote Coalfield if it got us attacked like 6 times less than last time. So. If that luck holds.
Quentin, your friend?
Yes.
Opinions?
I have none.
I thought so.
I'm mostly worried about the next time we'll get to see a griffin again.
As I promised you, after all of this is figured out, we can go to my home and I can show you a griffin.
Yes, yes. Or perhaps we join the cult. I like that idea.
If we join the cult, I'm afraid I can't show you a griffin.
Don't think they have griffins.
Yep, no griffins in the cult.
No, it's a different exciting thing. That's totally fine. I'm not one-minded. You're assuming a lot about me.
I just thought you liked griffins more than a cult.
Nope, you are totally wrong. Just as you think you won't be destroying more carts.
No comment.
No? If we go to the other one, we can get another cart, and he can destroy another cart.
Don't let Quentin do it!
Hey, you have forgiven me for the next 300 carts.
Oh, that's right, yes. No, no, that is the limit. At the end of your cycle. Once the 300th, 4th, 100th. Where was I counting again? I've lost count.
It's all good. Let's go ahead and take the portal if that's what y'all want to do.
I have no gold.
I got you.
Don't worry, we can handle it.
You are just the kindest kind of people.
Give me a second. As you're heading towards the portal house, once my computer decides to load the file. Because, no, I don't know these prices off the top of my head, because, no. Come on. Thank you for loading. This one. Okay, it's in the Campaign 2 handout, public handouts thing. So for your group rate, it would be, in Kingdom would be 1 gold piece to go from Doncaster to Caulfield. In Kingdom's cheap.
What,
It's
4
the
in
inter.
total?
No, that's the group rate.
That's for the group.
And you guys are within the group rate, so. Look at this. It's cheap in Kingdom. Between Kingdoms, it's expensive.
So just 1 gold.
Yeah, 1 gold piece.
Lyra will happily hand it over.
All right. We'll
And
say
she doesn't have to stay here longer.
as you step through the portal into Caulfield, Lyra, you suddenly hear a very familiar voice in your head.
Yep.
That says, "Nat, where are you? I would like to talk to you. Can we meet somewhere? Alone? Please don't tell the family. Meet me?" And it sounds very much like your brother Olson.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And that's where we're gonna end the session for today.
Dun dun dun.
I almost just said the F word right there.
I have the mature filter on, so I really don't care. That's fair. Fair. How's that for a twist for you? Nah, I kind of figured, but I'm like... Yeah, that's fair. Definitely safe. 100%. He's not like a criminal at all. Nope. Yeah, you just step to the portal in the Caulfield. So we'll pick up with Lyra's response to the message, basically. Who do I want to raid? Who do I want to raid tonight? Why not? Let's go raid Jeff. Why not? Yeah. What? No, I can't afford it right now. Okay.